now I want to talk about a subject that's kind of, if you're in the gaming space and if you follow a lot of gaming YouTubers and you're just in that bubble, a lot of you may have heard about this story. There's a YouTuber that goes by the name of the Completionist, and he's somebody that I actually follow. He's this guy who, what makes him so unique is, if you don't know who he is, he platinums every game he plays for his YouTube channel. That's pretty much his thing, right? He takes a game, any game, just a random game sometimes, and he says, yo, I'm gonna take this game, play it, and do everything. All right, this guy has been exposed. He has this foundation, okay? And he encourages people to make a donation. Apparently his mom had dementia and she died from that. And he wanted to, I guess, give back to a foundation that supports, studies and trying to prevent, this disease, right? So for years, apparently since I want to say 2014, he's been receiving these donations, right? Thousands and thousands of dollars. And he's kept the money after all these years, okay? He has not donated any of this money. The money is sitting in his account, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I want to say like $600,000 to $700,000 is just sitting there. A couple of YouTubers got wind of it. I don't know how they got wind of it, but they fell down a rabbit hole, all right? And they started breaking shit down, and this guy has been exposed, and it just looks bad, all right? He claims that he did not know about this. He claims that, I guess it came to his attention around 2021 that the money was still there, and he was shocked that that was the case. Okay, and the reason he hasn't done anything about it up to this point of him knowing is because he hasn't found the proper, I guess, cause to donate to. He hasn't found the proper company, whatever you want to call it. Okay, he's basically saying, I'm searching for the right entity to make this donation to. That just sounds so, that sounds so sleazy, man. Okay, but what's so crazy about all this is he claiming that he doesn't know about this money still being in his account. Every year, like clockwork, he has a event asking for more donations. Okay, every year. So you can remember every year to put together this function of yours and have people donate for the cause, quote unquote, but you don't know about the money, and you haven't seen the money, and you haven't even looked in the money's direction or seen where the money was going. You haven't done any of that. That's what you're claiming. And that's what's making him look extremely guilty as well, all right? He even goes even further in the interview and basically tells the guys interviewing him, look, do you guys tell me who you guys want me to donate it to? Is there somebody that you guys have thought about that you want me to put the money, donate the money to? I'm all ears. I'll take that into consideration. And everybody's looking at him like, bro, you're the guy who owns this. It's your job to simply find someone who's worthy of the donation and give it to them. There's hundreds of, maybe even thousands of different charities that you could donate this money to, and you have not done it yet. And then they go back into the paperwork and they look at some of the finances and some of the money that they've spent, and they mark those as certain necessary fees, okay, when dealing with this money, okay? But there's no documentation of where the money was spent. So if they get audited by the IRS, if they decide to go and find the paper trail on what's going on here, there's going to be nothing. It's vaporware, okay? They're not going to be able to trace this money. There's not going to be any receipts, and they're going to be on the hook for this shit. So before it gets too ridiculous, I'm guessing he needs to find out what's going on, and they need to get rid of this money, okay? And then they also dove in and they saw that, okay, let's look at who's in charge of everything on this charity. And they went down and listened. It's all family members, okay? Vice presidents, CEOs, and all these things. These are people that weren't hired externally. These are people who were in his family, and like I said, just putting them on the docket, so to speak. So it's a lot of shady shit going on here. And if he doesn't slow his fucking roll, I guarantee you the FBI is going to pull out an extremely large tub of butter, and they're going to use it on this person.
Smooth like butter.
And anybody else involved in this, okay? It's been brought to the light now. Eyeballs are on it. This thing is catching fire. And now all these YouTubers, these gaming YouTubers and so on and so forth are talking about this shit. And now his worst nightmare has probably come true, okay? Because everybody he thought he was cool with, or he thought was cool with him, is toting at least a stick of butter, and they're going to use it on him. I would fix this ASAP, okay? But even if you fix it now, you've already tainted your name in so many different ways. You can never, ever host another one of these charity events. You're dead. That's done. Okay. I don't know if he was holding on to this money for a rainy day, an emergency, or whatever he thought he was doing. But guys, when you put your shit out there and this stuff is in the public domain, people are going to fucking try you. And this guy's a popular YouTuber. Okay. He has thousands and hundreds of thousands of people who watch him. And when you do anything shady, you can be exposed just like that now. Anybody can pull your card. And I think he forgot that. I think he didn't think it was going to happen. And now that it has, he's exposed himself, and I can never look at this guy the same again. And that's talking about a lot of people. He used his mother on this for this to gain sympathy from donators, to send money in. That's crazy, man. It's just crazy. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, there's really nothing else that can be said. He pulled out butter on a lot of people, and now somebody, or pretty much these YouTubers, hit him with a Uno reverse card, and now it's the tables have turned. I'll say that. So what is he gonna do? I don't know, but I advise him to fucking get rid of that shit. I advise him to actually kill that charity, because nobody's going to donate to that anymore. Okay, that's just bringing more negative attention to you, and you don't want that. I don't understand why he wouldn't do what most people do who are actually doing things for charity, which is just send the people to the actual direct link to that charity, so you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to have a hand in all of this or any of it. You can just say, here's the link. When you hit this link, it's going to take you directly to whatever that charity is, and you can donate straight to them. You don't have to go through me, which is the middleman. And that's what he was doing. Hey, donate to me, send the money to me, and then I will give it to these charities. That right there is a red flag in itself. I mean, why else would you need that? Why would you need to do that? Unless you were trying to plan something shady. That's all I'm saying. And I'll leave it at that.